What's up, Struggling Nation? This is Unreal with Unreal Trading. This is how this year's gonna go. We're gonna make plenty of profits. What's up, Struggling Nation? This is Unreal, bringing you another video. This week we're going to talk about time frames. Why do traders use multiple time frames? What's the purpose of it? Why can't I just use one time frame? When I first started trading last year, I used to only use one time frame. I used to just look at the daily, and based on whatever I strategized for the day, I would play and trade off that. That didn't work for me as a day trader. I think for a long-term trader, the daily will work better for them, from my experience, based off what I've seen. If you want to get into a stock early and hold for long-term, then the daily time frame will work for you. But for a day trader, a person who's looking to get in and out of a stock before the market closed, at best hold, swing for a day or two, or maybe a week at best, at longest, you have to use multiple time frames. Using one time frame doesn't work. What's the benefit of using multiple time frames? So when you use multiple time frames, you're able to see the setup. Whatever your strategy that you strategized is, you're able to see that setup better. So for an example, if you're looking at Apple, and you look at Apple on the daily time frame and shows a green candle going up, small wick on the bottom, or maybe a big wick on the bottom, small wick on the top, but still a green candle. You break that candle down. You want to be able to, as a day trader, break that single candle down and be able to paint a picture of what's going on. That's the reason why I've noticed day traders use multiple time frames. When I first got into it, I couldn't understand it. I was like, why are they using 5 minute and the hour and the 30 minutes, the 45 minutes and the 2 hours, and I just couldn't get it. And after sitting down and of course taking these classes, I recommend, if you're a new trader, you got to take a course from somebody who's trained, somebody who's experienced, somebody who has years under their belt. They're able to teach you why they do what they do and what they do. They give you a great opening and a great insight as to what you're getting into and what you will be experiencing as a new trader. I'm sharing my experience as a new trader, what you're going to go through as a new trader. As a new trader to a new trader. I'm not an experienced trader. I haven't been trading for years. I don't have years under my belt. At best 2, going on 3. So this is the most raw and uncut information that you're going to receive from a new trader. So why did I start using multiple time frames this year? Last year I didn't. Lost a lot of money. Was in the red. My profits were up and down like a roller coaster. Some days I'll win, some days I'll lose. I never used multiple time frames. This year I started using multiple time frames. This year I went in, I look at 3 time frames, I think it's 4 time frames, just based on my strategy. This is what I use. Do I recommend it? You can try it, see if it works for you. Only if it works for you. If it doesn't work for you, then find the time frames that work for you. I know one guy that I took a class from, He trades 4-minute time frame. He specifically set it up to trade the 4-minute time frame. It works for him. Your time frame might be 3 minutes, might be 15 minutes, might be 20 minutes. I'm not here to tell you exactly which time frame to change, to trade. Sorry, I'm just here to tell you use multiple time frames to plot your entry and your exit points. What I've noticed from using multiple time frames, so the time frames that I use, let's go back to that. I use the 5-minute, I use the 15-minute, I use the 30-minute, I use the 1 hour, and occasionally I will go back and look at the day time frame just to see what's going on, see if it's a plot, support or resistance line that I could have set up that I might have missed from the night before. Because remember, I tell you, you got to study your charts the night before the market opens, so you can be ready for whatever happens when the market's open. But the time frames I use: 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour. I set them up on my screen and I look at them throughout the day as the day is trending up, down, maybe in the range, maybe in the channel, whatever the market is doing, whatever price action is showing me for the day. This is what I'm using my time frame for. So I've already, remember, from the day before, I've already set up my support, my resistance line, so I know what I'm going to do once the market opens. The time frame just confirms what I set up from the night before. But as the day goes, I'm also able to look at price action develop. So as price actions develop, I'm seeing, why is it bouncing here? Why is it turning around here? Why is it going up here? Why is it going down here? Why is it going sideways here? I'm able to see that off multiple time frames and use the multiple time frames to set up a support and resistance line. So I'll set up on a separate screen. I have 2 screens that I have currently set up. I'm trying to get to a third, just because it benefits me. I'm not saying you go out there and get 2 and 3 screens. No, it just benefits me. So I use 2 screens and I split the screen in time frames. One screen might show me the 30-minute and the 15-minute. The other screen might show me, I'm sorry, the 30-minute and the hour. The other screen might show me the 5 and the 15-minute. Sometimes I look at the 1 minute. The 1 minute is very hard for a new trader, and a trader that's not experienced to trade the 1 minute. I don't trade the 1 minute. I just use the 1 minute for entry points based on my strategy. The 1 minute cleans it up for me. For my strategy, for what I do, it cleans up the entry for me. So if I'm going to enter at a point, let's just say Apple is at bouncing at a support line that I set. Okay, what is the exact amount of that support line that comes back and retests that support line or the resistance line that I want to enter? So I use the 1 minute and see where it was bouncing at the most at that 1 minute and why I was bouncing there, how close it is to my support or resistance line, and that's where I will set my price. So once I see that, I'll set a price that I want to get in at. When I see it come back and retest that price, I'll get in. That's what I use the 1 minute. The 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, an hour, I use all those time frames just to plot support and resistance line, channel lines, patterns, whether it's a bull flag, a bear flag, a pendant, head and shoulders, cup and handle. These multiple time frames will show me these patterns, and I'm able to plot it, get in, get out of my trade for a profit, hopefully. If it's a loss, it's a control loss because I have a stop loss. So you got it. That's like the #1 rule that any trader out there is going to tell you. Any course you take out there, that's the #1 rule they're going to tell you is set a stop loss. #1 rule. So if the trade goes against me, I'm stopping out anyway. I'm only going to take a minimal loss. Last year it didn't have no stop loss, as you know. Lost a lot of money. This year I won't trade without a stop loss. Very, very important. It's not worth the amount of money I've lost or to lose not to set a stop loss. It's easy. It's too easy to set. So make sure you set your stop loss. Also, the multiple time frames to help you plot where you want to set your stop loss at. It's easier to look at. Supposed to, going back to the example, you look at the daily time frame you see just one candle that day. You might see the candle go up, you might see it go down, you might see it change from green to red. You know, you might see where it's no change, where it's a doji, where neither the bulls nor the bears had control of that day. And it's a small, just a line for a body, and then a tall wick on the top and a tall wick on the bottom. You know, that's not enough to tell me what happened that day. So when you break it down to multiple time frames, smaller time frames, you're able to see what happened. Why did the bulls and the bears battle like that? Then you'll see the support and the resistance lines come in, where the price action was bouncing, going down somewhere at some price point, bouncing up, going up to a resistance line somewhere, bouncing down. All these price points, and you hear me always say support, resistance. Support and resistance, these lines I'm setting up way back when. So I'm looking at a day, 2 days, a week, a month. I'm looking back to see why did price action come up to this point and bounce and turn around. What made price action turn around at this price point? So that's why I'm setting my lines up. So if you're wondering why support, resistance, what's going on with that, that's what's going on. Price action comes to that point and turns around. Something changes the path of price action at that point. And institutions know this. Remember, they're the ones that control the market, the up and down, the sideways, whatever happens, whatever price action you see change in the market is controlled by institutions, and they're controlled by computers that they've set up. They got these computers that run and trade all day, every day. They don't exhaust, they don't blink an eye, they don't rest, they don't eat, they trade. And these computers are looking at the same thing we're looking at. They just act and move faster than we do. You know, they're able to see price action came back to these points and it bounced. They're able to buy in, sell, buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high. They do this all day, every day. So going back to the multiple time frames, how important that is. Everything around you being a day trader factors into looking at multiple time frames. Had I had that strategy in play last year, I wouldn't have lost that much money. I would have lost because it's part of the game. You're going to lose. You got to accept that losing is part of the game. But I wouldn't have lost that much money. I had the number one rule, which is setting a stop loss, and I lost that much money. So you as a new trader, if you're out there, you're watching these videos, I hope this helps. Set up multiple time frames. I show pictures of what I mean, different time frames on the computer, so you can see how I set up and plotted different support resistance lines based on looking at multiple time frames. Hope this helps. Hope this takes your trading to the next level. You have to study these multiple time frames in order to be able to use them to be profitable with them. So you're not just looking at them just to have them up on the screen. You have to actually study them and you have to back test them. Remember, I don't have no degree in financing. I'm just a beginner out there that wants something different. I want to be able to capitalize on my time. I felt like I've wasted enough time in my life. I don't want to waste no more of my time. That's why I'm looking to have this career in the stock market. This is why I do it. I share it with you because I know there's a lot of people out there like me that have the same mentality as me that are looking for something else. Hope this helps. If you have any comments, anything else you would like to know about multiple time frames, please send me a message, reach out. This is Unreal, bringing you all the information that I have as a new trader, uncut, no chase. Hope this helps. Hope this takes your trading to the next level. Remember, new trader, we're on the path from red to green. Stay green. See y'all on the next video.